following source files. I have all the files here. I'm going to do task 2, which is mail merge. Task 1 is graphics image editing, which is already done and uploaded. You can find the link in the description. So this is task 2. Open F2UF ODS in your spreadsheet application. I have opened the file here. The workbook contains data on customers and orders for a fast food delivery service. Examine each worksheet. If you check this, you can see there are 3 worksheets here: customers, April orders, and first quarter accounts. Customer worksheet contains the details of all the customers and who have account that enables them to pay their bill. So if you look at this account holder, you can see Y is given. So Y represents the customers who have account. So we need to consider only the customers who have account in this task. Next, the April orders worksheet lists all the orders placed by the account holders in April. So the April orders are shown here by all the account holders. Next, the first quarter accounts worksheet lists the account holder payments for January to March. So here this shows the amount of payment done by the customers from January to March. And if you look at the March data, you can see some of them are not paid and for some of the customers it's not paid. So we need to identify those. For that, I will add a new field here, March paid. March paid. I'll give yes for all of them because most of the customers have paid. Those who have not paid, for them we'll give N to identify the data. So only where the color is red, I have given N so that the details for the March paid is shown. And in customers, we don't need the customers who don't have account. So let's sort this data. Give headers here and sort in the order of account holder in descending order. Give OK. So all of these will be on top, and now you can see these are the customers who don't have account. So let's remove those details. That's not needed for the task because we need to just calculate the customers who are going to pay. So this sheet is ready with the customer details, and we have all the fields here. April orders, you can see all the fields are shown here. And in first quarter accounts, we need to remove this because we are going to import this data into a database to create the merge data. So delete this. So the data is, the file for importing into the database is ready. Let's save this. Let's save with the same name followed by your center number and candidate number. This file is just for importing into the database. Save as an Excel workbook. Save. Use the database to generate a list of recipients for the mail merge. Now for the mail merge, let's open the merge document. So this is the merge document. We need title, phoname, surname, and the address fields. Again, phoname is required. Customer ID is required. Then we have to show the amount owed for March, amount owed for April, and the total amount. So those who have not paid, if they have not paid, they have their March amount and the April amount due. So the total of these two should be shown here. Those who have paid their March bill, only their April amount should be shown. So these are the required fields. So we need to generate the database query including all these fields. So let's close this now and open Access. Blank database. Name of the database is F2UF accounts followed by your center number and candidate number. So let's give the name followed by your center number and candidate number. Save inside your working folder, examination folder. Okay, create. Let's close this table. Now import the file, new data source. It's an Excel file, so choose Excel. This is the file. First, let's import customers. Click Next. First row contains column headings. So in customer ID is the primary key in customer table. So I have given customer ID. Next, April orders. Here there is no primary key because you can see the customer ID is repeating. So no primary key. Next, finish. Now let's import the last sheet, which is first quarter accounts. Here you can add the primary key as customer ID. Now if you open this April orders, you can see for each customer there are many orders. Total, we need to find the total of these values for each customer. For that I'll use a query, create query design. I'll add the April orders here. Now I need the total of April owed for each customer. So add the customer ID and April owed. Now you can, if you run, you can see for each customer there are more than one value. Now we need to add this. For this we can just group it. Click on totals. You'll get the group by option and group by sum. So if you run this, you can see the total is calculated for each customer. So save this query. You can save this as April sum query. Now let's create the relationship. Go to database tools, relationships, add customers table and first quarter, and we need to add the April sum query. So go to queries, April sum query. Now we'll create relationship from customer ID to customer ID here and customer ID to customer ID to this field. Create, save the relationship. Now let's create the query for the merge data. So create query design, add first quarter accounts, customers, and the query April sum query here. Now according to the mail merge document, we need title, forename, surname. So title, forename, surname, all the address fields, street address, area, postcode. For name we already added. We need the customer ID. So customer ID. Then the March account bill, the sum for March and April. So March sum. Now April sum we have calculated here, sum of April owed. Now we need the total amount. So total amount is the amount for March plus April if they have not paid the bill till March. If it's paid till March, then the amount is April amount only. So we need to create a new field for the total. So let's go to builder here. So total is give total owed, the name of the field, colon. So we need to use an if condition to check if March paid is equal to no. If March paid is no, then we have to add March sum plus April. Otherwise, we need to just show the April sum. So we'll use an if statement, IIF, if and only if March paid, so March paid equal to n. If it's equal to n, we have to add both March sum and the sum of April owed. So it will be March sum plus sum of April owed. That is the name of the field. You need to give the spelling correctly. So if it is no, March plus April, otherwise only April. So comma, you can just copy this, only the sum of April. Now close the bracket for the if formula. So this is the formula. If March paid is no, March sum plus sum of April, otherwise sum of April only. Give OK. Now let's run the query. You can see the total owed is shown here in the query. Let's add the March paid also to identify the customers who have not paid. So March paid is given. You can check if it is Y, it's only showing the April amount here. If it is no, it's adding the March sum and sum of April. So the total field is correct. So this is the required merge data. We don't need any more fields for the merge data. So let's save this query as merge data query. Okay. You can close the database. Now we need to merge the letters using this data. So first go to mailings. We can link the file. Go to select recipients, use an existing list. Select your database from your folder. So this is the database. Open. Now you need to select the query. So our required query is merge data query. Give OK. Now let's insert the fields here. First we need to insert the date here using this format. So go to insert. You can insert date and time. Click on date and time. We'll insert this format, update automatically, give OK. It should be right aligned. To make sure the code is shown on the document, go to File, Options, Advanced. In Show Document Content, you have to make sure Show Field Codes are shown. If you do this, you can see the code properly and do the conditional statements properly in the merge document. Give OK. So that's why here the date format is shown this way. You can just give the format given by them. It was the update. Now we have to insert the title, phoname and surname fields here. So go to Mailings, insert title, give a space, then phoname, then surname. Now insert the address fields, one field per line. So address field, street address. On the next line, area. Next line, postcode. That's done. Now insert the phoname field here. Phoname. Now here the customer ID. Insert customer ID. Now we need to follow these rules to display the conditional text as described in the question paper here. So let's remove this. Now we have to give the required conditions. So if they have not paid till March, we have to include this text. So I'll copy this. Now let's insert an if statement. Go to rules, if then else. If March paid equal to N. If it's not paid, we will display that text. So I will paste it here. Okay. So this part you can remove. And in the else case comes within this double inverted comma. Here if it's not N, they might have paid for March. So for them, this should be the message. So copy this and paste it here. Make the same formatting here for this text. So let's remove this also. So if it is N, we have to show this, your March account bill of. So we have to insert here the March sum. So select this part, go to mailings, insert merge field, March sum. Now your April account, so that should be shown here. Sum of April. Then your total amount should be shown as total owed. Now your April, this condition is for the ones who have paid till March. You have to insert the amount for April here. So insert sum of April owed. Insert your name, center number, candidate number here. So you can give your name, center number and candidate number. Save the merge documents as F2U, F merge doc followed by your center number and candidate number. So let's save this file, save as. Followed by your center number and candidate number. Save as Word document. Save. Now mail merge the letters to only those customers who have not paid their March bill. So we need to merge this to only those customers who have not paid their March bill. So we'll go to Edit Recipient List, go to Filter, March Paid equal to N, who has not paid. Give OK and then OK here. You can open another Word document and show this filter as the evidence for merging this way. So now let's merge the document, finish and merge, edit individual documents and OK. So you should get 5 letters here. There should be a space here. You can see after this there should be a space. Here I have this number and the text is together. So let's adjust that and then give a space after this and remains. Now let's merge. You can remove the code before merging. So that the date is displayed properly. So this is the required letters for March letters. So this should be saved as March letters. Save as. March letters followed by a center number and candidate number. Save. This you can close. Next, mail merge the letters to only those customers whose total April bill is more than 300. So again, let's change the recipient list. Go to Edit Recipient List, Filter. First clear all. Now we need those who have already paid till March equal to Y. And their April amount is more than 300. So greater than 300. You can show this as an evidence. Although it's not asked, you can show this. So this we have done. Now let's merge the letters. Go to finish and merge. So in this case we have 4 letters. Let's save this. This should be saved as April 300 letters. Followed by your center number and candidate number. This document you can save as evidence for merging, followed by your center number and candidate number. This is shown in the evidence because it won't be visible to the examiner from the files for both the tasks. So this you can close. So this is our final